Hello and welcome back to the Seacourt Tennis Club for the British Open Ladies 2024. This is the second singles semi-final. We'll get right into it. My name is Ben Gazenbeek. Let's introduce the players that we're going to be watching this afternoon in what promises to be a cracking match. Starting with ladies world number 3, T&RA Lumley. Currently playing out of Queen's Club. Court adjustment 0.9 here at Seacourt, so that's take her handicap and add 0.9 for how she historically has adjusted to this court. Handicap of 25 is remarkable for one of the top female players in this sport. She won the Australian Ladies Open in 2020. It's her and the US Ladies Open in 2013, so 2 Open titles, looking to add to that this week. And it was a finalist on the last 2 occasions here, both times playing up against Claire Fay. That was her best result at this particular tournament. And she was over in Australia for the Australian Ladies Open and Bathurst Cup. She lost her 2 matches there against Leia in Hobart and Melbourne. And then her opponent today will be Sarah Vigrass, sister of world champion Claire Fay. She's currently world ranked number 5, and she has a much better record here at Seacourt, so that handicap adjustment 1.5, so she plays 1.5 points better here than she does for her average court. Currently playing out of Prested, which is where she grew up playing. So she is a former champion. She won the British Ladies Open here, the year where Claire was away having a child. And she has been finalist at the Ladies World Championships on 3 occasions. She did not enter last year due to herself off having a child, who is here today and watching from the side galleries.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seacourt Tennis Club for the second semi-final of the Ladies British Open
we'll come back to
singles.
this in a second.
Introducing the players at the receiving end, please welcome Sarah Vigrass. At the service end, please welcome T&RA Lumley. This semi-final is the best of 3, 6-game sets played off level. First game level.
Bit of a fortunate one there for T&RA early on, just coming down flush with that back wall.
Western last gallery, 30 love.
So just finishing off the introductions, Sarah, this is her first time back on court in 1.5 to 2 years. So she played the previous edition of the Bathurst Cup. That was the inaugural Ladies Bathurst at Lord's. And prior to that, the World Championships at Fontainebleau. So this is her first tournament back after a bit of an absence. So it'll be interesting to see just how she adapts back to playing.
Chase nearly a yard worse. 30 all, worse than 2. Lost the chase, better than 3.
Well judged there from Sarah. Just letting that ball go. On paper, this is one of the closest matches in handicap of the whole tournament. Sarah is just such an unknown given her lack of recent match play. Recently had a flurry of activity playing at Prested in preparation for this tournament, if you'll see on her RTO scorecard. A bit of an apology there from Sarah, just a bit of a frame on the way into that grill. Already quite close, quite tense. Again, once again, packed going on. People down the side gallery here at Seacourt.
Sarah's advantage.
People always describe Sarah as such a natural athlete. You can see why. Just giving a bit of thought about what serve to do.
Just first game.
Very, very sky high. Just found one of the rafters.
One up.
And the first game goes the way of Sarah.
Oh. Better than 4. Better than 4 and better than the same gallery.
And just the final bit of the introductions, actually a bit of a rush start, is the head-to-head between these two. Have not played each other in 9 years. That was the last time they met, which is actually quite remarkable given how many Ladies Opens they've both played in. The last time was back in 2015 in the semi-final, the same stage as it is this year. And the international the year before at Hollyport. So love to Sarah in that regard. Tara would love to make that scoreboard look a little bit nicer in her favour today.
Love. Better than second gallery. Love.
And that is the first winning opening for Tara. Just slotting that ball into the winning gallery.
And hasn't worse than 2. 30 love.
So it is, as for Claire, it is a busy month for Tara. She will be playing in the Rackets Open Doubles next weekend.
Oh. Chase 5 and 6.
And that will be, she'll be playing with Claire in that event.
15-30. Hazard worse than 2.
And then she is also eligible for the challenge process.
30 all.
For the Rackets World Championships to challenge Leia. So that will be her, Claire Fay, Georgie Willis and Cheska Sweet all vying for the right to complete that challenge.
40-30.
So that will be held in the first weekend of May, I do believe. That will be at the Queen's Club. So do make sure you're coming along to that. If you're a Rackets fan, you're a fan of women's sport in general, it promises to be an absolutely thrilling tournament, that. We do have 2 world champions in the galleries for this match. Both men's former world champion Rob Fay is here supporting his sister-in-law.
40-30, worse than a yard.
And Claire is here supporting her sister. They've just come into the bar with a beer in hand, after Rob has at least. He's very much earned the right to
lost for chase. 1 game all.
Make it easy these days. So he has his own world championship coming up in a couple of weeks at Chicago. It's the World Doubles Championship.
Strike, 15 all.
It looks like Claire has been put on babysitting duties while Sarah is on court. That's happening behind me in the bar here at Seacourt.
30-15.
Based on the way this match is going, she could be on babysitting duties for quite a while.
40-15. And the game, 2 games to 1.
So it's Tara now with the slight lead. We'll see if she can build on that, or will Sarah pull it level.
Case 3.
Bit of a funny bounce off the floor there, spinning away, just chasing after it. So we would love to hear from you in the live chat, wherever you are watching us from. It is great to have you with us this Saturday afternoon. Let us know who you're supporting.
Chase 3.
Who you think is going to win it. If there are any from the Vigrass or Lumley clans out there, we'd love to hear from you as well.
15 love, second gallery.
I don't think you can really have two families that have won more open titles between them in the Vigrass and Lumley families on the women's circuit. Women's Opens have been around since the late 1980s. And through the early years they were contested by the likes of Penny Lumley, Alex Garside, Sue Haswell, Sally Jones, all former Open winners in the 80s and 90s. As we get into the 2000s, you get the rise of Charlotte Cornwallis winning a Grand Slam in 2010s.
40 love Serverly, Hazard second gallery.
The domination of Claire Fay, with Sarah picking up some doubles titles. Both of these players have partnered with Claire in recent years.
Game for the server.
Both on the rackets court and the real tennis courts.
3 games to 1.
It's Sarah who has the joy of playing with Claire in the doubles in the next match. T&RA playing the doubles with Jess Garside. That'll be the last match on today.
Hazard works from second gallery, no strokes.
Yeah, so T&RA playing with Jess Garside. In the last little while, T&RA's mostly been playing with Claire, and that started in the World Championships in Ballarat in 2019.
No strokes, Hazard.
And has continued while Sarah's been away with child. So T&RA played in the doubles championship recently at the Oratory last year. And that was against Leia and Saskia in that doubles final. What a cracking final that one was.
30-15.
Two very, very close sets. Fantastic display of the top level of women's tennis here in the UK and around the world.
Better than 6, 30-15.
Saskia is one of the two big names not present here at this year's tournament. She's been off in Australia playing the Bathurst for the rest of the world and the Australian Open. As T&RA just slots that one into the dead on. Yeah, so Saskia's out, been playing the Australian Open, and just a little bit too much asked to come and play this British Open straight away afterwards. She did make an appearance in the UK recently at the Billy Ross Skinner tournament back in February at Hatfield. And brought a rather sizable Dutch contingent to that tournament. With some talented young Dutch players. It's just amazing how many Dutch players come through the system, given they don't have a court to play on in their whole country.
30 all, Chase, better than 6.
A court there in The Hague or somewhere similar would find a way to be very successful.
One the chase, 40-30 receiver.
Just narrowly wins the chase.
Chase 4.
And Sarah now with a chance to tie it all up.
G Juice.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. To bring herself back into this game, rather.
Serves advantage. And the game, 4 games to 1.
So the game does go to Tara. She now has a 3-game lead. One wonders if that recent match play experience down at the Australia is helping Tara out here relative to Sarah.
15 up.
It's a frame ball that could go anywhere. Yeah, so on the Dutch, it's a bit unfortunate. They've had a couple of attempts and starts at the court building project there. Unfortunately, none of that's really turned out to amount to starting construction. That is a fantastic shot by Tara, just over the lowest part of the net. Just getting that perfect angle on it. That's that racket skill coming in there.
And
then she follows it up with an unforced error like that. So that's the kind of error that would have gotten her chided by her father, professional Colin Lumley, during the practice sessions. And they were growing up at Hollyport. One of the great proponents of the game, former retired professional. He's done so much for the game. Really, very, very great at preserving some of the traditions of the game. Really gives the game a lot of thought. Likes to see it thrive. Likes to see his children do well. A great supporter of both Tara and John, as well as his wife Penny, and all the successes that that family has had.
Receiver lead 40-30. Chase 4 and 5.
So Sarah needs to string some points together to stay in this set. I think Tara is a little bit running away with it now. It wasn't necessarily going to be the case going into it. Oh, that's so subtle. First the behind the back shot, then the cutest of little drop shots, essentially. What a great play by Sarah Vigrass. Let's have another look at that one. Just casual as you like behind the back. And this finish. Just a nice little drop shot, all the weight that it needed.
Advantage receiver. Chase worse than the door.
Back live now. And Tara immediately follows it up with a grill.
Jeez. Serves advantage. advantage, receiver.
The frustration there from Tara, just a few unforced errors in a row.
Takes the line, Marty.
She is a real fighter, Tara. She doesn't let anything phase her, sometimes to a fault. There was 2 years ago in the Open Rackets semi-final against Claire.
Serves advantage, chase the line.
She had a 14-love lead that she let slip. I think sometimes her laissez-faire attitude can just be a bit of a hindrance. Always have that killer instinct. Just needs to be a little bit less nice and a little bit too mean.
Games the server.
So Tara's up there defending the hazard galleries.
2 games.
The chase was the line, and ultimately Sarah saw that early enough.
15 up.
So the crucial 7th game now. How many times have we seen that?
$15. 30-15. Worse than 4. 30-15.
Let's have a look at that last point again. The one that ends in a grill. Just picks it up so well off that back corner that does Sarah after the serve. Just really covering that well. That is exactly how you should play that corner of the court. Great lesson to all of you young girls out there who are looking at these players. So worse than 4 is the chase.
Worse than 4.
And this match is tightening up yet again. Awkward. Just enough space to get her racket behind that, and tries the lob. Yeah. Great execution in the end from Tara. Just finds a way to finish off that point. Now, given that there is such a significant crossover between the world of real tennis and the world of rackets recently in the ladies' game, I wonder if anyone in the comments knows, has Sarah ever played any rackets? Great to know.
Games to server, 3 games to 4.
Tara just a little bit unhappy at that one there. She's let that 3-game slip down to a 1-game lead. How will it pan out for the rest of it though?
15 up. Go.
Crucial points here now for Sarah. Just cannot afford to let Tara take too much of a lead in this match. And a great execution, great finish from Sarah. Just has such control on that forehand.
Chase 1 and 2, 15-30.
So that 1 and 2 chase. Really. Oh no.
1 and 2 was 6.
Yeah, sometimes the worst. The ones that clip over the net, so you stop moving. They still have enough momentum just to carry through and end up with a chase anywhere better than last gallery. I think if I'd just stayed on my toes and gone after it, you probably actually could chase that down. That's not to be.
Server leads 15-30. Chase 1 and 2.
So
1 and 2.
2 decent chases here for Tara.
Chase 40-15. What did I say? Worse than 6. Worse than 6. $30-40.
Yeah, Sarah just had to find that angle into that forehand for Tara. Tara's always under pressure.
Server, 5-3.
A big exhale from Tara. First game in a little while.
Better than the second gallery.
Yeah, so first game in a little while for Tara. Just making that momentum that Sarah had started to build a bit. And once you get to that 5th game, you just have so much scoreboard pressure.
Better than second, better than 2.
Because now that Tara's reached 5, any mistake here will cost Sarah the set. Nick Abbott in the chat, thanks T&RA for the chance to see some fun women's and men's tennis, especially after being able to enjoy some of the best here in Hobart. Just reminds us what a small and lucky community we are.
15 love for Steve Lee.
Thanks for getting in touch, Nick.
Second gallery.
And as Hobart Tennis Club gears up to its 150th anniversary next year, so they will be hosting the Australian Men's and Women's Opens in January.
On the chase. 30 love.
Personally, I might be in Australia at that time, so if you want some help with your streaming, Hobart, get in touch.
On the chase. 40 love.
And that from Tara brings up her first set point. 3 set points now.
Game in the first set.
That will do it. Just a bit of frame on Sarah's rackets. Tara takes the first set.
6-3.
Nothing in terms of celebration or fist pumps from Tara. Just wants to get on with the job.
Another chase, better than a yard. love. If you don't.
So because we are now at the end of the set, we can look at those statistics. 31 minutes for the set. And the one that stands out there is Tara's serving percentage. That's very high. And that's proven the difference between these two so far. Equal number of points served, but Tara just more efficient in turning those serves into points and into games.
30 love receiver lead. Hazard better than a yard.
She's just been able to put Sarah under a little bit more pressure in that timbre area of the court. Just like that, finding
15-30. Hazard worse
yet
than
again.
gallery. There for you. Okay, penalty 4. There for you.
So the winner of this match will go through to play Claire Fay in the final tomorrow. There'll be plenty of action here at Seacourt Tennis Club. Do come down if you want to see some fantastic tennis. There is no admission charge.
30 all, Chase better than 4.
All the play will kick off at 12 o'clock. So do come down.
40-30.
There'll be plate
Worse
finals and handicap doubles finals as well over the course of tomorrow. So plenty of action if you're coming down to support here at Seacourt.
Games the server.
So Sarah takes the first game of the second set.
Second set. Sorry, come on.
So often that first game of the second set is so crucial. If you've just
second set.
You've just lost a set, sometimes it's easy to drop your head and lose a couple of games at the start of the next, but Sarah has come back well.
Hazard worse than the yard.
Tara will leave that for a hazard.
Hazard worse than the yard, worse than 2.
Two very good chases. Well, sorry, one very good chase from Tara there. And just from leaving the hazard. See how Tara will attack this hazard chase. She's not really had one yet to attack.
No strokes. Hazard worse than the yard.
Sometimes she's a little bit shy when attacking them. Goes for that drag serve. Oh. Tara did well to recover from that high shot. She kind of got all over it. Sarah wasn't attacking the galleries hard enough. 30 love now to Tara.
Worse than 2, 30 love. And 25, 30 love.
Once again, the start of this set, really trading games either way. The difference so far between these players has been that run of games that T&RA got towards the start of that first set. It's great to see some competitive tennis here at the Ladies Open. Sometimes in the past it's been generally a bit more of a one-sided affair through much of these earlier rounds. Last night, of the 4 matches played, 3 of them went to 3 sets. It's great to see some good competitive matches. And a big upset last night with Izzy Marshall taking down Jess Garside.
That's the chase, 30 all.
T&RA a bit unlucky there. Chase was 5. Just gets onto the bando.
$40-30.
Jess also played last night against Minty Oldham, who is rising up through the ranks of the women's real tennis scene. And it was a relatively comfortable affair in the end, taking just over half an hour for the whole match. But what progress that she's made to her game. Some great young talent coming through. Doubles as well, Sophia Lewis and Kreia Yamaguchi.
Worse than 3.
Playing some excellent doubles against Alex Garside and Arena Dorbish in the doubles semi-final last night. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it is 1-1 here in the second set.
Up. $30. $40.
Big crowd growing here at Seacourt now. We've got some fantastic matches to come. There's tournament dinner tonight.
Server. 2 games to 1.
Here at Seacourt, which always is a fun affair. Sarah tries the tweener. All the trick shots that we see, tweeners aren't generally among them. Most of the trick shots are behind the backs.
Worse than 4, 15 up.
So if you are a trick shot aficionado, looking at you, Lewis Williams, need to see some more tweeners. T&RA's just threatening to break out another lead here. She's held the service end for a little while. And has just used that to full effect. Building up this little bit of a lead, getting some points together. Gets a bottle of water handed to her from the side galleries. I'm not exactly sure which red sweated arm that came from. Just trying to have a look down to see who it might be who T&RA has in her support box
30 love receiver leads, worse than
this
4.
afternoon.
Lost the chase, 15-30. Last gallery. Oh.
Of course, we saw support boxes at the recent US National League Super event. They had 1 minute timeouts during the event for discussion with the captains. As I understand it, that's not going to be a feature of the LRTA Super League, which is going to be held at Queen's, so there will be no coaching during those matches. And the wonder is, how would the game be different if coaching were allowed? I think part of the reason coaching isn't allowed
40-15, Hazard, better than half a yard.
Part of the tradition of the amateurism, or the amateur tradition rather, of the game in the past.
30-14.
Amateurs historically didn't need help from professionals. But with the rise of coaches in the game, I know that Camden has a dedicated coach. John has help from coach as well. That's more from the fitness side of things, but in the World Championship you have big support boxes.
Okay, the server.
What would it be like if coaching were allowed? So T&RA takes a 3-1 lead now.
3 games to 1.
She had a 4-1 lead in the first set, which Sarah bit back a little bit of. But from the service end at the moment, she is looking particularly strong.
Clean up.
Once you get that little bit of a lead, all you need to do is just keep trading games and you'll eventually reach that magical number of 6.
30-15.
The phenomenon of trading games kind of, you roughly average 1 chase a game. You do well from the service end, get a bit of a lead, see the chase at some point, get on the other end, and rinse and repeat. That's how you can kind of get the phenomenon of changing games. Whereas if one player's got momentum, then it's the case that either they're not conceding chases or they're winning points from both ends. Mind you, Sarah has done the work of that game, the bulk of that from the receiving end.
She's
just struggled with the return of serve a bit in the course of this match. There are a few too many unforced errors on that return.
50-all.
Might really be one of the points of difference that has tipped this match in the direction that it's currently looking like heading. Of course, anything can happen.
Chase 1 and 2, 15-all. 1 and 2, worse than 3, 15-all.
2 very good chases from Sarah there. A bit of a smile as she comes down to change ends. I have to say what an amazing job Drew has done this weekend, as always. Marking almost all the main draw matches. We've had help in the marking with IIP professional Timmy Armstrong, who's currently working at Seacourt, as well as Adam Player, who works at Wellington but lives on Hayling and comes down and helps mark during some of these tournaments. We've also seen Lewis Gordon around a bit, and Rob Fay as the other professionals who are hanging around Seacourt this weekend. To see their support of this game.
Thank you. More than a yard work.
T&RA looking for the dead on, just a little bit wide off that main wall force.
40-30, more than a yard work.
A bit of frustration from Sarah, just not quite playing up to her fullest at the moment, you don't think? Just a little bit of match practice lacking. Just in making some decision making. Just as we see some replays of that last point.
More than a yard worse than last gallery.
Those feet, just always ready, always adjusting. Let's go back live. More than a yard worse than the last gallery is the chase. Drag serve incoming. And the volley not good enough. That takes us to deuce. And chances here for Sarah to level it all up.
Advantage receiver.
T&RA's been playing well today. She's been consistent all the way through the match. She's hardly made an error. Just is fractionally wide of the grill. Sees that hazard chase.
One and two, better than the
So just as a reminder of the tennis that is coming up, if you're not already aware, the LRTA Super League will be held at Queen's starting on Wednesday. There is no admission charge for that. Do come along to Queen's Club and watch. If you are planning to, do let Alex Machin from Wellington know. He's the National League coordinator, so he can arrange catering. That wins the chase. And the hazard chase just puts it in that door gallery. That's all you need to do. Better than 6 now. Gallery is not an option. Just cramped up a little bit there, Sarah. Doing well. That's a tricky ball in front of the tambo. And Sarah raises a racket in apology. So, following the Super League, the next event would be the Category A's at Manchester, also known as the 0 to 9s. That is the 16 players who have a handicap higher than 0 in the UK. And if you want a preview of that, I highly recommend the View from the Hazards podcast by Ben Taylor Matthews and Robert Shankman to understand just how that draw is shaping up. And of course, we'll have the World Championship doubles in Chicago the following weekend. Back live now, half a yard is the chase, and the shot is high. And we're still at deuce. This game just still continuing.
Serves advantage.
The next match is scheduled to go on at 4 o'clock. So that will follow this one immediately after it is finished. That will be the doubles match with Claire and Sarah. T&RA hit that one with so much side spin, it just swerved through the air into the grill. She really is targeting that grill at the moment. Finds yet another one. Just slips through Sarah's defences. 2 grills in quick succession for Tara Lumley. Definitely Tara's serving just puts Sarah under so much pressure in this match.
Better than 3.
It's been part of the difference. That said, Sarah hasn't helped herself by making a number of unforced errors on that return. That has quieted down as this match is approaching its latter stages. Her shot selection is getting better. And her positioning on the court is as well. Just as she's getting back to playing at this competitive level. Tara continues to interrogate that grill corner. That last shot just one too many. Sarah did well for the most part.
40-15, better than 3.
So as we see, I believe this is Tara's, inside out grill one more time. She hits this one with the same spin as you would hit an underarm twist. One thing with Tara's game, she does drop her racket head quite low. Necessarily what you coach. You tend to want to get your wrist low, not your racket head, but it seems to work for her. And that will win the chase. T&RA is now a 1 game away from that British Open final. You see Sarah really trying out that railroad. She's experimented a few times. It's going to leave it alone. That ball called a stroke. I do kind of leave it for a hazard.
Last gallery, 15-all. 30-15.
I think Sarah has definitely looked stronger on her forehand side this match.
30 all.
A bit of frustration there. Bit of just a sigh of how has that gone in.
40-30, last gallery.
And so now we are at match point for T&RA. Just as we see this return of serve that made it into the dead-on. Big swing. Not fast at all.
40-30, last gallery.
So, match point. Serve is very wide. Chance here for T&RA. It's going to spin back. Pins it high. She's going for the winning gallery. Who doesn't love a winning gallery on match point?
Where'd that go? Game of the match.
So Drew has called that as over his head into hazard the line. Game and the match. T&RA Lumley is through to the British Open final. She gets her first competitive victory over Sarah Vigrass. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Definitely missed my head.
This
hit me back there.
we'll just have a before we conclude. We'll just have a quick look at where that last ball ended up. If you bear with me one moment.
Last bit of that set. Was it 2-1? That went on forever. Juice on. And then suddenly, she got
So this is the view from inside.
I think you need to bring better than 3.
And indeed, that has crossed over the net.
Whip it down. Focus on that, didn't you?
Great call by Drew, even though he's not got his eyes on it.
But it's like every time we do it, still go there.
And so, lastly, we will finish off by looking at those match statistics.
So easy to slip. Ball's flying around.
So 1 hour for that match. The yard better than second average chase length for T&RA. Hitting lots of those, well, leaving lots of those hazard chases in the end, really.
You don't do it for ages.
And 68 points, 1 to 47. So, we will be back very soon for the first of the doubles semi-finals. Don't go anywhere. There'll be a new streaming link. So we will see you very soon. Thanks from all of us here at Seacourt Tennis Club. My name's been Ben Gatenbeek. It's been a pleasure having you with us. Bye for now.